wasn't recording on this motherfucker, man. We almost drunk. Go ahead.
You are now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 163.
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Facts.
I never catch it right sometimes. Y'all got the idea, though. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your host, Claudia Renee, on your airways, and I am so excited and blessed to be here for the 163rd time in a row. I said that earlier, and I'm just saying it again because it just sounds crazy as fuck to say 163 episodes have been done of this wonderful podcast, and I'm just very grateful. I'm joined by my co-host, Jav 600, and my dog I told y'all that I was gonna let y'all see him one day.
Bitch, we fucking here. God motherfucking damn it.
I told y'all that y'all was gonna see him one day, and look at him. He's right there. He's
right here.
I'm even getting him on the candy camera on my side.
Hell yeah, we in this hoe type shit. Yeah.
And we actually have our puppy Bay in the building. So shout out to Bay's.
Bay's first episode too.
Bay's first episode is super cute. She's finally getting to an age where it's kind of like we can have her around because we kind of know more or less what's going to keep her calm, what's going to keep her cool. So really excited for that. Hopefully one day she'll join me on the couch, just chilling or whatnot. One can only hope and dream. Well, let's get the show started.
Let's do it.
I'm excited. I have a lot of things to talk about. None of it that I wrote down.
These is off the top bars?
Off the top.
They off the top?
But I know exactly what I want to talk about.
Bring it down.
We always have to talk about what we are grateful for. So I want to start the episode with that. Jav, can you please put the camera on yourself?
Oh, man, damn.
And
I'm already.
Let the people know what you are grateful for this week.
I'm grateful for having a deeper understanding of how I'm built and the way I'm wired and the things that either what gets me into a mode or what puts me out of a mode. And just kind of seeing the trends in my life, but also understanding that, I am a person of empathy. I'm a person of these certain characteristics. I ain't gonna break myself down like that right now, but yeah, but yeah, just knowing that, kind of just knowing yourself more. And I think people do it. Some people get close to that, or they learn that quickly. There's a couple of people that stop giving a fuck sooner than other people, or there's some people that don't get over certain things quicker, or people get over things quicker than other people. And it just reminds us that life is just it's not really a race. You got to be going at your own pace, type shit. So
always, I feel even this week, because we went running or walking with our puppy, and it was just kind of you're going at your own pace. Number one, because I, from one, haven't ran in a very long time, so I was kind of getting back into it. And so having the puppy with us was kind of great as a pacer. So, and it's just because you do need to pace yourself especially when you're starting, but also even later on in your running or whatever it is that you're doing, you just need to pace yourself because this is a marathon. The marathon continues, like Nip says, R.I.P.
And tell us what you're grateful for, Claudia.
Oh, thank you. This week I am grateful for.
What is it this week, ladies and gentlemen? What is she gonna say?
I would say my work environment. Today I was at work, and one of the customers just mentioned how it was just so calm in the office and how I must get so much work done because it's so calm and so uninterrupted type of thing, vibes, I feel. And I'm really grateful that that's how my job is, because that's exactly how it is. Bae.
Damn, well, I mean, hey, I'll accept those. She's right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll accept those. She's right here.
Yeah, and so pretty much, I was just really like, wow, for a customer to kind of like point out the fact that I have a healthy work environment, it made me appreciate it a lot more. That it's just like, wow, like she is so right. I feel so at peace here. I feel like I can work uninterrupted. Because it's really like, yeah, it's really that type of work. So I'm just very grateful for that, for the work environment, because it's a complete different situation than I was in before. And it's no secret that I do work a 9 to 5, or that I have a job that isn't just a podcast. So I feel like it's important as a person, a creative who is striving for something more as far as this career goes, to be transparent about the fact that I do have a regular day job, because that ultimately is what's going to, both things can't happen without the other. Like, I need the job to help me with the podcast, but I also need the podcast to help me with the job, because like
that's right.
it's just something that I always say is that, okay, so this is preparing me for when I need an assistant, when I need somebody who's going to be the person who's going to literally be my right hand person. And that's because that's definitely going to happen. That's how I see my life going. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm grateful for. I don't know if you guys heard, but Anita Baker responded to me on Twitter, and I just had to point that out because it is Anita fucking Baker.
Facts. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, go ahead and do your research.
I love Anita Baker. I'm not even going to tell you to go listen to other episodes for me to tell you that I'm obsessed with Anita Baker, because she is the fucking best singer in the entire universe. And
what is your top 5 singers of all time?
She's definitely like in my top.
All right. Where is she? Because I know you have a you have Claudia. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all about Claudia. I got the camera now. I'm kidding.
Yes, go off.
But she knows singers, and she loves singers. So Anita being one of them. So go ahead, name it. What is your top 5? What is Claudia?
Top 5.
Claudia, it's the motherfucking Ambition Hour.
The Ambition Hour, baby.
Top 5
The Ambition Hour,
singers
baby.
of all time.
Okay, so off the top of my head, and I'm just talking about women that like can sing.
Oh yeah, get it right. We ain't talking about the hits. We ain't talking about none of that.
Yeah, no. Okay, so for me, Anita Baker, she's easily 1 or 2, and the reason why it's because like Whitney is really up there as well, like in there. So it's like 1 or 2 between them two, right? Cool. Beyonce is definitely one of them.
So that's 3. Okay.
Who else? Men. I want to say a man.
You want to get a male in there?
I want to get a male in there.
Okay.
And a male that I would say that I listen to a lot. And dang,
man,
it's because for me it's like hard. Somebody that's coming to my mind right now is Giveon, but that's because literally the two I've been listening to nonstop. So
and you say someone like SZA too, it's like almost like But what about Mariah? What about Christina? What about
Mariah is one of the best singers. I agree. She's just not a
Sade or
like Sade. There's Sade. There's Lauryn Hill.
Or like Jennifer Hudson.
Like
or
Jill
or even like
Scott,
or like
Ari Lennox. There is Keisha Cole. There's way too many singers to do a top 5, but
Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson, is that that's Dreamgirls, right?
And then Brandy would be in there too. Like there's just so many there.
Right,
Tiana,
we ain't got a top
Tiana
5.
Taylor, like there's way too many, but like I'll give you guys like my top 2 that is just like they never get old to me. They are
so
like,
Whitney's 1 and then
Whitney's
Anita's
1
2.
and Anita's 2. 2 is
respectfully.
2 is Anita, 1 is Whitney. 2 is Whitney, 1 is Anita. Like it can go interchangeable for me just because like I love them, but so let me stop for real. I know way more Anita songs than I do Whitney songs. So that's the truth. Maybe like I've heard them and I've everything, but like I literally listened to a compilation album that Anita Baker has like from the beginning to the very end. over and over and over again for days.
So we playing 10 songs of each. Which songs you singing along to more?
That's a hard one because the songs that
I guess it all depends on what songs they
yeah,
play.
it depends on what songs they play because there are some Whitney songs that she would possibly play that because I may not have gotten into those cuts of the albums, then I don't know them. But there's if she plays like the popular the popular cuts type of thing.
The today in R&B.
Yeah,
or the hits. Yeah, the hits basically.
But I would, to me, I just keep going back to like we were like Anita, just because like I know like her whole thing. Like there are times where like I'll literally be singing an Anita Baker song. Well, it happens to me with Whitney as well, but Anita Baker is always like just a random song or something like that. It's just like her voice is so beautiful and so soulful. So she responded to a tweet of mine because let me read to you guys what it was that she said. She was claiming that she says, and I quote, miraculously I have lived out all with an asterisk of my artist contracts. They no longer own, in quotations, my name and likeness, and by law 30-year-old masters are to be returned to me. Unfortunately, they're gonna make me fight for it. I'm prepared to do that. Please don't advertise/buy them. So I said, Auntie, where are we meeting for the fight? I'm ready to help. And she said, well, the best way fans can help is simply not to advertise or buy/stream my CDs. They don't pay me anyway. ABXO. And I just wanted to say that happened and my life.
And we must acknowledge that.
Feels... I asked Hav, how was I reacting when I was telling you?
Man, all right, man, I'm gonna come clean because this is my big sister. So like, we was outside type shit, right? So we was outside, it's a cigarette for the kids, right, Claudia? It's a cigarette for the kids. So she's like, oh my god, like I thought something happened, bro, because when we got this dog and like COVID, motherfuckers be anyways. So like a lot of things been happening, with like a lot of sad news and a lot of things, and sometimes you expect the worst. So she basically reacts. I'm like, oh my god, what happened? She's like, and she replied to me, like she said like if I knew who she was. So so she did it, and then all right, so immediately I saw it, so we saw it, and then I went, and then I kind of saw that she was replying to everybody.
You're mean.
But
I didn't even notice that.
But fuck that, she still replied. You know what I mean? Like she still replied. So fuck you. Did Anita Baker reply to you? I don't think so. So I was just salty. I was hating.
You are a hater. Damn, you even checked that? I didn't even check none of that.
Well, oh yeah, I checked it right when you gave it to me too. I was like, oh, she replying to Cole.
But that happened also with Lynn Whitfield. But Lynn Whitfield was just liking like the retweets and stuff like that.
What do we think about that? What like the legendary acts being on Twitter, or like I guess older acts, this is Anita Baker's
I
old.
love it because even Diane Warwick was on she was on Twitter and like saying stuff, and it was awesome. I think it's great because it kind of like breaks the barrier of like it's only for younger people, because I believe that Twitter and social media isn't just for
Do you think music makes people forever young type shit?
I mean, it makes them what is that word? It makes them not eternal. It makes them like they never die.
Timeless.
Not timeless. Dang, what is it called? It's not timeless. Not timeless, but I don't fucking know. But it's basically like when you go, like it's still there when it's immortal. There you go. Like you're immortal when you make music.
That's
because
true.
even like Whitney Houston, when I hear her music, even though she has passed away, I feel her so close to me. I feel like she is somebody who is talking to me, who is telling me certain things about how she felt about this one person and all of these emotions and all of these things. So yeah, it's like it immortalizes you, just like how even Prince's career and Michael Jackson's career has just flourished even after their deaths or whatnot. Speaking of Michael Jackson, I was listening to a Janet Jackson song, and it's called "Rock with You." And when I tell you that is one of the best songs ever, like ever, because like such a great song, and I had seen it on Twitter. Shout out to Twitter, because Twitter is always on like showing me some cool shit. But they had like posted it saying that she had done the video in one take, like this whole dance scene or something, I guess.
I like Beyonce do that, but okay.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, back in that time, I don't think a lot of women were doing it like that.
I know. I'm just fucking around.
I mean, because I'm Queen Beehive all day, every single fucking day. So
don't get the bees buzzing.
And then Bay gotta be Bay's playing with the bee. Bay's gotta come over here. Bay, come. She's on a leash. So it was just a really good song, and I've just been jamming to it. So if you guys listen to the songs that I'd like to talk about during the episodes, that's a song that I've been listening to. Let's get into this new music that's been happening, because listen, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak fucking blessed our fucking ears with some of the best music, samples and all. Don't care, love it all. I am sometimes a sample police, but I will not allow myself to be that, because fuck the police.
Fuck 12.
So there's that on that, but I definitely am excited for this song. It's a song that I've been listening to a lot. I believe that it is a song that is going to make a lane just for these two artists. Like, these two just created something that only they are going to be able to take to the next level, and is basically bringing back the sounds of old school, basically, and combining it with them. And I just want to say shout out to D Miles, who is the producer alongside with Bruno Mars in the song. The song is just done fucking insane. Like,
phenomenal numbers, or what was it? Undeniable numbers, as Drake would say.
I just needed people to hear that intro. Like, hold on.
It's the ambition.
But yeah, I really love this song. Me and Hav, because we were talking about the video. What was it that you were saying about the video?
Oh, that basically like it just like embodies both of their personalities, I think, like together. You know, and it's kind of like they gave us exactly what you wanted to sound like, a little bit like them coming together. You know, it's not like too heavily on one side and too heavily on the other side. It's like a perfect mixture. They get to reach a certain sound together than they probably would have done separately. And then I guess that's what you want when you get two artists to come together.
Especially them two. Like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, well, number one, when you think of them individually, you already know what you're getting from Bruno. You're going to be getting a melodic, funky artist and with like everything. The same thing with Anderson, because Anderson does play instruments, so you know that he's going to be very hands-on on how things sound and
with
like
everything that. Like with the tip of the cap, you know, of like a nod to the sounds that did influence them, because they are like, you know, band. And looking at the interviews that Bruno and Anderson did, or Silk Sonic did, they were basically talking about, like, you know, like that's one of the things that they want to do. You know, they want to go on tour. They're dying to go on tour. They're probably gonna not release the album till they could go on tour. You know, how they were talking, because they, you know, Bruno being a performer all of his life, that's what you live for. And it's so true. And I could relate to that, of kind of like, even with this COVID, you know, with the open mics and all, and for the independent artists, you know, like trying to get the shows, like with the that fucking scared me.
I'm sorry, it didn't scare her.
But it is like you make the songs before you could play them in front of people, you know, and see how the audience reacts, and how you react to it, and you know, like, of course, to get the attention and the girls and all that stuff. And you know, those guys are just like rock stars, also, you know, not just pop stars.
Yeah,
you know, I think, because they're just like real musicians though too. You know, they get it too, and them two coming together is more genuine than ever, because like they did do that tour. They had like that stretch, and then they just came together and like, yo, so you're gonna come back tomorrow? and it looks like Bruno, and there's a mutual respect there. Then that's what you need off of any relationship and collaboration. Just that respect.
Yeah, I feel like they did kind of like what Bad Bunny and J Balvin did.
That's so funny because I actually was like kind of thinking of like that's almost like a good response to that a little bit.
Because it hasn't really, because in hip hop, well, as far as rappers go, rappers do this all the time because you've had like, was it 21 Savage and Offset? Didn't they did a whole project together?
Yeah.
There's
Uzi and Future being the latest ones to do
but
it,
I don't think that they have like a group name. They
Right,
just
that's
use their
true.
individual names.
That's true, yeah. Especially in hip hop, that definitely happens. Two artists that do collaborate, like Watch the Throne. It was still Jay-Z and Kanye, even though later on they kind of got listed as the Throne on that Drake song.
Yeah.
It's just, it is. That's so true. I kind of love it. I would love to see the female version of Silk Sonic, whatever that looks like. And I think Callie, I think she's one of the members. I don't know who's number 2.
Who?
The Colombian Mamacita.
Oh, Kali Uchis.
I always mess up her last name, so I don't.
Okay, so I like that. Like, I like that I pointed out that the whole thing about them being a good collaborative. For me, I like Anderson, and I do feel him on the whole performance thing because I genuinely fell in love with his music because I saw him performing at Coachella. I didn't actually go to Coachella, but I am a watcher of YouTube when Coachella is streamed. So I definitely caught it on the tube.
On the tuber.
On the tuber. And so that was pretty cool to see him. And that's how I got introduced to him. So him saying that, like, he wants to go on tour and wants to wait for that. Please don't wait until that because we don't know when Outside is going to be available.
Man, how those boys were talking, they were basically saying that they were going to milk it, basically. They're going to milk it to all it's worth. So they gave us these 2. I won't be surprised. They definitely probably got to get that Grammys performance. That would be huge, especially with The Weeknd. Did you see what The Weeknd recently said about the Grammys? He's basically not going to submit his music anymore to the Grammys.
I did see that.
He said that the labels is cut off, is over for them, is slow because they have these secret committees, not just the regular committees. It's also the secret committees. So I don't know. The Grammys got some cleaning up to do. I think a good cleanup would be this Bruno and Anderson pack, especially the rant that they did, or like the whole little spree that happened on social media, well, Twitter, I should say, that they should definitely do it. And if they did do that, I would respect if the next night or midnight that night they come out with another song. And I think maybe they even give us like these looselies and then probably give the album, because they say they have a bunch of music is how they were talking. They created a lot of stuff.
Well, that's great.
I feel like I sound like I was there. I wasn't there.
Well, because
you
watched their interview that they did.
Yeah. I
I
watched multiple ones of them, and just kind of like of what they were talking about and how they made it and how they're presenting it is just more of but we're dying to go on the road. Yeah. And also like we're gonna milk this thing for all that it's worth. Is what this is a paraphrase, but almost a quotable. It's exactly what Anderson Paak said.
Well, at the end of the day, I don't want to say at the end of the day. I would like to say that them taking this time to focus, maybe they're possibly going to be working on the music, bettering the music. We're always upset when an artist rushes things, because I believe that this we didn't know. This was announced maybe like 2 days before it actually dropped. So this was something that was just like unexpectedly announced. The song was dropping. We didn't even know, like, is this a song? Like, what was going on? Like, at least for me, that's what was going on. But which, thanks for bringing the leeway for the Grammys, because the Grammys are this weekend. And we're hoping that they do right this time by hip hop. A lot of people are rooting for Freddie Gibbs. I'm not really familiar with. I feel like we talk about the Grammys, but not really, because I don't really pay attention like that. I just know what I know from the internet.
I meant the gunshots. My bad. Like, fuck the Grammys.
Because I know that Freddie Gibbs is nominated, and so I'm just hoping that, I'm not sure. Can we at least?
I'm just like seriously like over it, because like Are we gonna tell them what we had? You know, if anyone's had that, we had, bro. We popped us what did
I had a gummy. We had a gummy edible.
Gummy little edible.
But I've also been up since like 6:30.
Up and it stuck. Yeah, we did talk about that song. But what I was gonna say is that fuck the Grammys, man. Like they didn't do that with The Weeknd. Like, come on, like what else do you have to do? Like, yeah. I'm kind of like I like the Grammys.
Beyonce
and I like what
doesn't
they do.
even go anymore because they just do everybody dirty.
And there's just so many repetitive artists of this happening too, and kind of like you could just see it, and like it's just like fuck that, you know, like let's not have them discredit the
and
art,
even they
you
just
know, because they're just discrediting art.
They just did so much, like, to even have Bruno and Anderson perform as well. And to my knowledge, them and Black Pumas are the only R&B acts that are going to be performing at the Grammys. And I don't know if it's just because I live in a little bubble of my own that just, like, is R&B and hip-hop and stuff like that. But I believe that they should take it a little bit more serious when it comes down to that music.
Yeah, exactly. But you're not, because hip hop is the number one genre in the world right now.
Exactly. So I just think it is what it is. I mean, and then what's crazy is that a lot of artists, they still want the Grammys. Like, I'm sure Freddie Gibbs is just like, fuck the Grammys, but I'm going to go. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna win this shit, you know?
I ain't gonna fuck up my chances.
Yeah, like, cause think about it. Like, you had Pusha T in the building, you had Nip in the building. You know, R.I.P. to him. He ended up not winning the Grammy the year that he was nominated, the first year for his album, but then he ended up winning the following year. And then it's kind of like, at that point, it was almost like, what was the point of that? You know, it's just like, is it because he passed away? Because, like, honestly, the entire album of his was way better than the song that he was nominated for. And it was a Khaled song, which, if you think about it, Khaled is a label person who possibly has connections with the Grammys, who knows people, who and then
greased a few palms over there, possibly.
Exactly. And then there's people who, and then the thing is also with DJ Khaled is the more of a household name at this point.
Some say Khalid.
Yeah. So when it comes down to it, and people who are possibly not familiar with maybe the other artists, they're gonna see his name, and they're gonna know, oh, I know him. I'm gonna vote for him. So. That's something that sucks. But whatever. I mean, listen, if you win a Grammy and you an artist, like, you did it, you made it. If it's something that you genuinely wanted and you won it, I mean, who am I to say anything about it? Like, I don't want a Grammy. I want to go to the Grammys, but I don't really care. I can't win one. I mean, unless they come out with a podcast category, and the category for.
Hey man,
sleepy podcast.
I think baby Gunna said this shit, man. I ain't tripping about. I'm about the Forbes. I ain't tripping about no awards type shit.
What Forbes? The shoes?
No, the Forbes, like the Forbes list.
Oh, Forbes. But even the Forbes they've said isn't even like real.
I'm just saying, like, man, it's about the bread, man. You know, chunk up all that with the awards type shit. You know.
Don't give me the gold. Give me the money. Cause it's a gold award. Get it. Okay.
So we gonna celebrate Hov?
I feel like we celebrated him every episode.
I know that's right.
Oh, what is it this time?
Well, basically the acquirement. What had happened was that he basically kind of sold some shares off to the owner of Twitter. You know, of Tidal.
Is it Twitter?
Yeah, he's the owner of Twitter, Jack. I forget his last name, Jack. They've done a deal, you know, for over $200 million deals, and this is what I was like, damn, that's some shit. That, like, you know, like $100 million deals, like, that's hard. You know, hip hop is doing that. You know what I mean? And then especially with Tidal and it being such a like hit. Well, you know, Hov started that. You know, it's basically built off of the principles of hip hop. You know, so. And artistry first, and Twitter is all about that. Jack wants to basically embody that, but now, like, I feel like it's a bigger play, of course, because you got Twitter Squarespace, or Square, excuse me, Twitter, Square, and you have Tidal now. You have these three basic some way to get this data that you could share a little bit, or just mine a little bit of these people, or influence them to a certain product, or almost kind of fit a certain demographic, right? Because Square does involve the independent business, and I guess Twitter also, with the independent funny guy, I guess, and then Tidal with the independent artistry, or the artists, for streaming, and even like artists having shares, like owner shares of that, like how J. Cole has shares in it, Nicki Minaj, artists like Daft Punk, Kanye, of course Beyonce and Ho. So like, it's just, I don't know. I think it's just like a super cool thing to do, but I definitely know or feel that there has to be something else, or, it's such like a database game nowadays. Like, what is the data, and what is the database do you have? How many emails, how many phone numbers can we pull from this, and that? And if you think about it, all those platforms have that information from us. So not saying
they
that
sure do.
No, not saying like it's going to be some evil Knievel type shit that's going to happen. I'm just interested in what happens there and what would change with Tidal. As far as like, is it going to be more accessible, or I don't know. Even though like Tidal is accessible now, I don't know. I'm just saying, what would be different? Probably nothing's going to change at first, or maybe at surface value, but definitely a lot of things happening in behind the seats. And this also gets Hove chairman position also in this, so he's at the table, and a lot of people were upset thinking that he just did this for a seat at the table. And let me just say this is that I think Hove, let's just respect that he's someone that's not gonna put himself where he has to beg or plead to be in that place, or undermine his
Hove know what he doing.
Yeah, he ain't gonna cut his nose despite his face, you know.
All right, Hav with the bars. Thank you, Hav. Hav be knowing shit.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, and the Stimmy checks is hitting up, so if you got your stocks, go ahead and make sure you double down on them. And if you wanted to buy, buy now before it goes really up. If you had those diamond hands with things like GameStop, AMC, those things are projected to go up. Those type of stocks. Of course, Bitcoin is on a trend up. We're looking to go like a little bit past 60. If that does go past 60, I am in the 4-digit plus on that one. So yeah,
I might have to get me some Bitcoin.
You gotta get on it. Well, you did, that whole play with Disney's still good. You did a couple winnings there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and
I'm actually wearing a Disney hat.
Right, shareholder, excuse me.
I am a shareholder. That shit went up this week. I was just like, ooh, baby, because I remember how much I paid for it. I remember talking about it, getting it on this podcast. I've actually talked about it a couple of times.
Definitely did.
Definitely did. Definitely had to. Love Disney. I'm happy that I talked about this hat, because I remember when I was in middle school, it might have been elementary, middle school, we had gone to Disney and I had gotten a bucket hat. Right. And it was baby blue. When I was younger, my favorite color was baby blue. I had everything baby blue. I think even my AIM name was baby blue. Just love that color.
Yeah, I think you even had baby blue contacts.
No, I didn't.
I'm lying?
Yeah, you're lying.
Oh, okay,
I had like caramel ones. I know how to act. And I remember hating the bucket hat because it had Disney on it. And I couldn't wear it with like my other outfits. And then I was laughing today because I was actually laughing when I was looking for this hat, because I was just like, dang, I remember that bucket hat that I got. And I remember like hating it so much and not ever wearing it. And because we went to Disney that one time, and then like I never went again, and I don't remember how long. So I would be like, I can't wear this with my outfits and like all this shit. And now, like, when I got this hat, I was just like, oh, like, it could definitely be, like, a Disney hat that I wear, like, when I go to Disney. But I also feel like it could be something that, like, I can wear whenever I want to wear a bucket hat. Like, if it goes with my outfit, like, why the fuck not? Why the fuck wouldn't I wear it? You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to talk about that, and how, like, as a kid, you're, like, so, like, trying to be cool and, like, all this shit, and then trying to make it seem like you don't like Disney, or that you don't go, or, like, all this shit. And then now as an adult, I'm just like, I'm an annual pass holder. I got myself a hat. I got Crocs that are Disney. Like, it's just, I love tapping into the child that I was and basically like healing her. Something I've talked about it all the time here is like childhood trauma. I've talked about how like with my dog I felt like I've been healed or am healing in some type of way. And even just like with the hat thing, like just thinking about that and thinking like kind of like telling that girl who was so like insecure about like the most dumbest things, like now look at yourself, like look at how like I had seen something of like if 11-year-old me were to see who I am now, she would think that she was so dope and so pretty, like so cool and so pretty. And that's all that matters. And I think about like going back to like thinking if I was 11 or 12 years old and seeing me as a woman, I would be like, oh my God, she is so cool. She is so confident. She is not shy at all. She is like all of these things. And so, yeah. I just wanted to share that because I just thought that it was just like a funny moment, you know, like wow, you probably even threw away the hat because you were so ashamed of wearing it. Like not I probably like wore it.
I feel you though. I feel you. Like,
yeah, like I
when
was
I'm gonna wear
yeah,
this.
like when am I gonna wear this?
I'm not gonna whip this out for the school dance.
You know, and like right now, I swear to you, I would wear this out. I don't give a fuck.
That's called growth, bitch.
Growth. So let me pull this up because Verzuz did a move this past week, and I did not watch the D'Angelo and Friends.
Hey,
and Friends battle. I was
I
occupied at the moment.
I was busy.
I was at Magic Kingdom, drunk and high at the same time on champagne. What is it? On the airplane, drinking champagne.
Man, even if I wasn't busy, I'm gonna be late for that. I heard it was a dud too, so I mean,
D'Angelo, period. He's a great artist. He's one of those singers that just sings very well. I have just gotten very spoiled to the Apple TV feature that Verzuz came out with, and actually no, I was in Magic Kingdom. That's what I was doing at that time. So yeah, I got home like at 10:30, and then to me it's just not the same when it's not live, so I ain't gonna catch it. But yeah, so basically what Verzuz has done, excuse me,
man, can
we're gonna have to do a yawn count this episode.
Can we just talk about how perfect this is though?
She's so perfect. She is so perfect. That's Bae, guys. I haven't put pictures up of her.
She was on the thumb.
Oh, she was. We should get her on the thumbnail for today's episode.
That girl knocked out.
No, wake her up.
I'm calling animal control.
Oh, don't. I'm a very responsible dog owner. She has all her shots. Actually, weight update. Bae went from 13.8 pounds to 18 pounds on us in 3 weeks.
Big baby.
Big mama. That's crazy. Okay, so back to Verzuz. By the artist, for the people, with the people. In less than a year, we have done the impossible, celebrating Black excellence, giving back to the artist, bringing joy during a tough time, and so much more. Verzuz continues to evolve, and we can't wait for the next chapter. Verzuz has been acquired by Triller Network. What does this mean? Verzuz will continue to stream on Instagram and now also on Triller. Every artist who did a Verzuz is now a shareholder in Triller Verzuz. Swiss and Timbaland will now oversee music strategy at Triller.
It's Triller, Claudia, not Twitter or TikTok mixed with Twitter.
Verzuz will continue to be free. What's next? More battles, and we look forward to further expanding into sports, comedy, and live events. tell me what I understood of that. I just understood that Triller is now going to be acquiring Verzuz, which means to me that Timbaland and Swiss were just like, all right, we did what we needed to do. Mm-hmm. We made it a household name. We're selling it.
Yeah.
Give us this.
Yeah, because Verzuz ain't Verzuz anymore now.
It's not. I mean, with the and friends thing, like, that told me everything. The last real battle that we really had was like Keisha Cole and Ashanti, I would say. But then that's not fair to D'Angelo, because I'm sure it was very hard to get him to do it and, you know, him to have done it. But at the same time, it might not have been the best thing, because we were so used to like two artists going up against each other that should have done a battle up against each other because of the time of their career or whatnot. Honestly, to me, I believe that Triller acquiring them is, you know, just making a move. I don't know if this means, and I haven't really looked into it because I am at the point where I really don't care, but for, I guess, the sake of the podcaster, something that I will say is that I don't think it is on Apple anymore. And that to me is a problem, because I enjoy being able to see it on my TV. I don't know how Triller works. I know it's like a TikTok app. So am I like now watching it just on the app? Like, can I not see it on my TV? Because that was something that was really cool to me about Verzuz being on Apple TV, is that I could put it on my TV and enjoy it that way. And as opposed to like the phone, even though like in the Beanie Man, the Beanie Man and Bounty Killer Verzuz, I was watching that shit on my phone, and it was like a party. I had the lights in my room lit and everything. Like, it was so much fun. So yeah, so I mean, and then the whole thing of like everybody being a shareholder, I guess, because some of them,
I do like that part of it.
Most of them, I guess, didn't get paid or whatnot. That gives them royalties. That gives them like something that's like residual. And I agree, and I like that. And I believe that no matter what it was that Verzuz did, something that they had to do was give the artist something opposed to just the streams. Because with these streams, some of these artists, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're not getting paid. And that's sad, because that was something that like Anita Baker was saying. Like, she's just like, they're just not going to pay me anyway. And it's just like, you're Anita Baker. I will give you all of my money because I love you, and because like your music has healed me, has helped me, has, on the nights that I couldn't sleep, it calmed my spirit, and just like, it just made me feel like great. So yeah, shout out to everybody in Verzuz. The next Verzuz that's coming up is Raekwon and Ghostface, and I love that. I've been waiting for somebody else from Wu-Tang to do a battle, so I'm really excited about that.
Method Red should do one.
They should. And yeah, so it's on Instagram and Triller. You can't watch it on Apple anymore.
Oof. I don't know, man. I don't like that too much, like you said. We was a little bougie. We got to see it on here, put it on the speakers, you know what I mean, vibe out in
like,
here.
Like, I already pay for Apple Music, and
yeah, to me, I don't know how that makes sense.
I don't know why they just
I guess that's why Triller wanted it so bad.
Well, yeah, in essence, they were the highest bidder. They were the ones who were willing. They were the ones who were willing to give Swiss and Beats possibly exactly what they were looking for, and maybe Apple wasn't doing that for them, and that's fine. You know,
respect. Yeah, respect to
I'll
that.
catch the playlist or like the video. I don't know. I'm probably talking shit. I might
be on Instagram live watching that shit again.
Live and watching it because I just love hip hop. So we just never know. But yeah, that's the next battle. So make sure that y'all tune in. That'll be next Saturday. I won't be able to talk about it next week Saturday because I can't do that.
Like physically impossible.
Physically impossible. So there's that. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Giveon because he just dropped. What he did was he put 2 of his EPs together. And added his newest single, All to Me, to an album and called it an album. So it's When It's All Said and Done, ... Take Time. And it features all of your favorites from Giveon. At least mine.
Oh, he put out a greatest hits with a bonus song?
Well, no, what he did was that he literally just combined 2 of his latest projects he just combined them and then like added another song to it. So
how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I love it because it just makes it so much easier to be able to listen to the album. I would like something new because everything that I've already heard it. So I would like something new, but I honestly just started listening to his albums in their entirety. So it's still kind of new to me. Yeah. So maybe that's why to me it's not, but I would understand if like if like let's say he were to now do this and then put this album, because it's only 37 minutes. He would put this thing that he did, this compilation, and then added it to another album. I would be like, or if any of those songs, like he adds it to another album, I would be like, no, you're tripping. Like, you fucking dropped 2 releases separately, then you put them together, dropped it, and then now you're still gonna add some of those songs from. Nah, you gotta relax.
Hey, you ain't talking about Drake. You was like, did you hear the new Drake when it came out? So
that's you would say it like that. Okay, so what is this? Scary Hours 2 came out. I really like the Lemon Pepper song. I think anything Drake and Rick Ross come out with together is just legendary. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know, because I posted a video of me dancing it literally the next morning that the song dropped. So that was cool. The song with Lil Baby was really dope. I think the 3-pack that he dropped was really well. Since that weekend, I haven't really heard it again, but I'm also excited for this new project. What is it? The Certified Lover Boy?
Certified Lover Boy, yeah.
Someone's Twitter name is Certified Liar Boy.
Hey. Sometimes
that's basically what a lover boy is.
Hey, but if he's saying that outright, does that mean he's telling the truth?
What, that he's a liar?
Yeah. If he's telling the truth about him being a liar, then is he a liar? This is where you play the TikTok dramatic music.
I don't know. That's a good question. Because it's like, I would rather know that you're a liar. That way I don't fuck with you. Okay, so yeah, so Giveon dropped it and it's really dope. One of my favorite things from there, and it's probably an old song, is The Beach. That's just the one that like I had to be like, what the fuck is the name of this song? But literally every song from there, that project is dope as fuck. Even the new song that he dropped and added to it. So shout out to Giveon. He's from Long Beach, California. Fine ass. For my Latinos out there, I want to inform you that Mark Anthony is doing a virtual concert.
That's right. I saw the billboard.
I saw it too. Yeah. I saw it on a bus stop on the way to work, and I was just like, okay, go ahead. They're $25, and they the concert, I believe, is,
it's like something 14.
It's April 17th. Hold on, give me a second, because it's April 17th, and it's at 8 p.m. and the tickets are $25. I believe you can find it on Mark Anthony's website. I think it's really dope. I've seen Mark Anthony live in concert, so I know myself, I've been wanting to see him since then. Every year.
Top 5 vocalist for you?
He would have to be. He's such a great performer. Like, he was one of those people that, like, for the majority of my life, I was just like, I have to see this person perform. And so I think they only allow 1 ticket per household. So I have 2 people that I want to get it for. So, one is for my household, and then the other one is for somebody that I know. But I think that that's great. Like that, some artists are like finding ways to kind of like get around this pandemic and things like that. And Mark Anthony is the type of person who can do something like that, charge $25 and make a lot of fucking money.
Money. It's all about the money. But
then because even the marketing, because you saw it, I saw it, like people gonna see that. And then it's because it's just like, it's Mark Anthony.
Who... on the JBP, they were basically talking about how they would do it for. They brought up the whole subject about how this is more value, or they see more value in doing it for singers, because singers you can kind of like actually appreciate it rather than just a rapper rapping and shit like that. So That's why it was like really interesting that I just see the Mark Anthony thing, because I was like, damn, because one, Mark Anthony is a phenomenal performer. I wonder how it is though. I wish like it would be super cool. Like after that 25, I have this basically live performance recording forever.
I do know that you were able to watch it over after the fact.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's them on, I guess, that streaming channel or whatever it is that you're watching it on. They're just gonna keep replaying it.
No.
So I don't know if you get to keep it for a lifetime, but I think that would be dope. Like, you know, you got to keep it, but you know, it's probably gonna be on YouTube.
Cause shit, I would have wished I could have kept Glow in the Dark in fucking recording mind or some shit where I could play back to.
That was a great concert.
Great concert, great show. Shout out to Kanye West too. Did you hear about the news? My boy, way too cold. I promise I need some Theraflu. Cause my boy said, bitch, if you want to talk to me, you gotta hit me through the
Yeah, that's
security.
some Gemini shit. But because
You gotta tap in with security before you can tap in with me.
okay, so I see it this way.
I see it two ways. He's protecting his energy.
That's the, and that's on Mary Had Low Lamb.
Right? Because, like, I don't know. Maybe he also feels that, like, he's still very much in love with her, too. Like, it could be that sense, not so much, like, on a...
Like a fuck you. It's more like, damn, I loved you.
Or, like, yeah, damn, like, and yeah, damn, yeah. And then, like, I know, like, if I... being around you or knowing that I'm not with... Like, you know, right now, I need, like, nah.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. Drake said he said he wanted to talk to Yeezy, but when he tried to tell him his sins, he wouldn't believe him. So you think that like that whole Drake fucking Kim shit is true? Who knows?
I'm too tired to even care.
Only God knows. Well, the All-Star game was also this past weekend.
Oh, it was.
And Stephen Curry and LeBron James made us realize that they're both from Akron, Ohio, and they're two Ohio boys and Akron boys who basically single-handedly won the last handful of championships in the last couple of years, coming from the same city. So
wait a minute,
that was pretty weird and kind of wicked because you know, Stephen Curry going against Cleveland those 2 years, or was it 3 years? Oh yeah, because they won 2 and then Cleveland won 1. So
holy shit,
them two just being from the same place is kind of crazy. Dunk contest was cool. I wasn't mad at it, but a couple people were. I would really like it. It would be really cool. I think LeBron still should do it. Kind of get the stars in it. I do like it because I was thinking about it how like it's kind of like, oh, you got star players that don't do it anymore because it kind of makes stars out of the guys that do it. You know, we now know the high flyers are the guys that do the dunking and the high flying in the NBA more. But I don't know. It was just something about it. You know, Kobe did it. Jordan did it. You know, but Vince, Tracy, you know, you had good players that were doing it, you know, and that. I don't know. I just think that it's also just cool. I think that it just has some pretty cool dunks. It would be awesome, like LeBron does it like his last year before he retires. You know what I mean? But kind of like almost like as like, damn, LeBron's still in shape, low key. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like he's gonna go out like that, like really not. Well, you know, Kobe was hurt, was banged up. You know what I mean? But he still didn't play like that though. So I think the same thing will probably happen for LeBron James.
Shout out to all the basketball players.
you saw, this is our segment now. You saw the whole Space Jam review and shit.
With Pepe Le Pew.
And our boy Pepe Le Pew ain't make it.
They said that he was a Me Too person.
That's what I was saying. That's what you were saying. Well, I was saying that, or then also maybe there could be a little bit of, you know, like basically stereotyping since he has that accent. You know what I mean? But I was just playing devil's advocate. Because I like to do that a lot. Anyways, yeah. Also, did you see like how they're like not sexualizing Lola Bunny?
Oh yeah, they like made her titties smaller. They made her a little less. I think her shorts are like normal,
baggy or whatever like that. Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, but if you look at some of
I'm not mad. Like, why didn't they make her sexy? I'm not
Somebody
mad.
was really mad about that. But something, if you notice now, society has gotten better when it comes to women and the sexualization of women. And making them sexier, because even in cartoons, a lot of the women, they make them like hella thick with like super tiny waists. Like, for example, the Incredibles. Like, you look at Miss Incredible, and she has thick ass thighs, a big ass, and a little ass waist.
In the waist.
And it's like, and then there's some other movies, like cartoon movies, that you see that as well. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but it kind of like, yeah, Jasmine, even with the crop top and like things like that.
What's up with my girl, man? I love this girl from
Who?
Hercules.
Oh, Meg. Yeah. So,
Lord.
even that, like, all of these things. So, you know, when you think about Space Jam, and especially with how things are now,
Facts. If you was a kid in the 90s, and
it was just different. You just you just saw it as just like, okay, whatever. But now parents have so much. People have to be a lot more careful with how they do things, how they portray things, how they sexualize things, not over sexualize things. Like, there were shows that we were watching that were okay for kids to watch, but there was still some racism kind of hidden in between them. Like, for example, I can't say, I don't have an example off the top of my head for that right now. I was gonna say more like a Me Too type of thing. Like, I think in Toy Story, I know Toy Story 2, they had to like cut a scene or something like that because of something that happened. But yeah, so it's just things that happen with the times, because it's just there's certain things that you just cannot talk about anymore.
Yeah.
And
but there's also certain things that we're more open to talk about now.
Yeah. But what I was actually going to say was that if you look at the basketball players, the women now, at that time, the WNBA wasn't something that was, I think the WNBA was possibly just getting started and things like that. So you didn't have like that many examples of what a woman basketball player, I guess, was or looked like. And if you look at them now, like the first one that comes to my mind is Taya, the one who's engaged to Dwight Howard.
Oh shit.
Taya Cooper.
Uh-huh.
She is gorgeous, and she wears shorts like the one that Lola Bunny is wearing, but she got a nice body. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like some of these players, like now, they're a little bit more tomboyish. They are not, you know, super sexy or whatnot. So maybe it's also like that. Because something that I've been thinking about is, like, you know, when you see those commercials of like people on the treadmills, like those super cool like treadmills at home and shit like that.
Yeah.
I need them to put somebody who look like me on them. Like, how is a person that look like me doing on one of those? Like, they always have like a super fit person.
Yeah, dude,
and it's
have
just
that stride.
And then it's just like,
Whoops, pussy.
Yeah, like I don't even want to look like that person. So why would I buy your treadmill? You know, like,
because you're gonna see this commercial 30 times a day.
That's
be
right.
engraved in you, and you're gonna be like, "That's the standard of."
That's the standard of how I should look, and
yeah, that, and then that's the standard of fucking treadmill.
Fucking society.
We're all fucked and doomed. The Stimmies is coming. What you doing with your Stimmy check, Claudia? You hit it. Where we going? Where we going? We going G5? Where we at? The office?
We gonna make it rain on these hoes.
Quick little it's helping the economy.
I'm gonna get my grills.
I'm dead. Claudia says she's gonna get her grills and her Jordan 1s.
Yeah, grill. Yeah. Ooh, I've been dying for them Jordan 1s. If y'all see me with someone said, don't ask me if my Stimmy came in. You gonna see it on.
That fool is foul. Living dirty.
Okay, so hold on, because there was something that I wanted to share. Let me see if I can find it very quickly. Okay, so there was this thing that dropped on Twitter that it was songs that dropped 15 years ago. So I wanted to go ahead and possibly go through them very quickly. So Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls dropped 15 years ago. Check Up On It by Beyonce.
Classic video too. Oh my goodness.
Fergalicious by Fergie and will.i.am dropped 15 years ago. Hips Don't Lie. Listen, your girl was not making these hips lie like crazy. Grills also dropped in 2015. 15 years ago.
That's why you was hyped to get the yeah grill. Oh.
Yeah, because and then it reminded me of that, and I was just like, oh damn, riding by Chamillionaire. I can never say his name right. Chamillionaire. SOS by Rihanna. Sorry. I didn't really care for this song, Beat by the Pussycat Dolls. The Pussycat Dolls was an era. London Bridge by Fergie. Fergie gave us two bangers in 1 year. Long Way to Go by Cassie as well dropped. I'm just going through all the ones that come. My Love by Justin Timberlake dropped in that year. Like Me and You by Cassie.
Classic.
Say It Right by Nelly Furtado. Let me tell you guys, this reminds me of 11th grade. Be Without You by Mary J. Blige.
Oh my goodness. I got a video.
Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
I got a video on my phone of you singing that dumb shit.
What?
I'll play it for you after the podcast.
Wait, what song?
I've been too stoned for too long. She was in her busy, bro.
What? Did I know you were recording me?
I don't know.
That's funny. Can I see it now?
No. Let's finish up.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up and you wrap it up then. Irreplaceable by Beyonce. Damn, that was a time. I remember I didn't even have no man. So sick of love songs.
That's a whole era right there.
Yeah.
Too.
I just remember in Sexy Love, this dude says he says, she makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up with just one touch. And he says, and I erupt like a volcano with her. What? Hold up. He talking about busting on her.
That's that Neo bag. That's that songwriter bag. Mm-hmm. You don't even know, but he talking that talk.
Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. Smack That by Econ and Eminem. He does. Temperature by Sean Paul. Oh my god, I loved that. Touch It by Busta Rhymes. Touch the Sky by Kanye and Lupe.
My goodness.
Let's see what else. When You Gonna Give It Up to Me by Sean Paul and Keisha Cole.
That was 15 years ago.
Pump It. The Black Eyed Peas was 15 years ago.
Pump It. Wait. Promiscuous
girl. I didn't even know what that band. I was all about it though. I was just like, oh yeah, that's me.
I'm promiscuous. I'm low key promiscuous.
And then you find out later that it means that you out here tricking. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else. Let me just double check something. Hold up. Let me just share these really quickly. So, the dictionary has let me see.
No, it's just me.
It's just reacting.
Yeah. We was just back there, you know.
Doing our thing.
Yeah. Why did I feel like I didn't flip the camera on you? Damn. My bad. What a dub.
Yay. There is no footage. I mean, there's the audio, but okay. So dictionary.com has added 600 new words to the dictionary. I know we're at the end of the episode, but if you made it this far, I appreciate you.
Hey, and comment below, man. Who is your favorite singers, man? Some of your singers in your top 5.
Yes, please let us know. So deep fake, it has been added to the dictionary. A fake digitally manipulated video or audio file, typically featuring a person's likeness and voice in a situation that did not actually occur, is one of the 600 words we just added to dictionary.com. Another one is finna.
I'm finna.
I'm happy that this is a part of the dictionary. Finna, a phonetic spelling representing the African American vernacular English variant of fixing to, is one of the other 600 words. Another one is supposedly, which is a word that you may be familiar with if you are from Miami. Supposedly, which is an adverb meaning as may be assumed, imagined, or supposed, is one of the 500 words. Okay. So, I just wanted to share those. J Lo and Alex Rodriguez have decided to call it quits.
Oh no, really?
Really? I believe.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of happy though, because what's up?
I'm saying, okay, so this is just something that I'm thinking of. I don't know. But I think because it could be his fault, like it could be him that he's cheating or he's doing something.
Oh, look at this.
But I think
what a coincidence. A female blaming a male.
Well, no, what I was gonna say is that
funk?
what I was gonna say was what I tweeted was that at this point I'm gonna need Jello to find out what's going on in the inside. Because it's already been a couple and it's none of my business, but this is a platform where we do talk about things like this. So for me, I just think that, like, you know, maybe there's something that you gotta do. I don't know what it is. Can't tell you what it is because I don't know your life. So I did want to shout out to the Biggie doc that is on Netflix. I haven't been able to finish it because dog mom life. You know, my puppy had to play, so I decided to play with her instead of watching the rest of it. But I did get to catch the beginning of it. And something that you said that I think is important earlier about when we were talking about Silk Sonic, about them seeing the reactions of the audience. Something that in the documentary was that they would record, like, the reason why there's so much footage in this documentary is because they would literally just record like it was a diary. Like D-Rock was just recording everything, and something that they would do when they would perform is that they Biggie would be like, get the crowd, I want to get the crowd's reaction, I want to know, so I know what the next song that I'm going to perform next time, and see how they get, like, I see how they get for all of the different songs, and then with that information, all right, this is what we're going to perform the next time because this is the song that kind of got them here. And then this is going to get them hype around here. And so I thought that was just very genius of him. Like I said, I didn't get to finish it, but there was a lot of footage. And I've been watching Biggie docs for as long as I can remember.
Thanks.
And I haven't, and some of the footage that I seen on that, I have never seen it before. So I'm really excited to finish watching it. I hope I get to finish it this weekend. WandaVision also finished the season finale.
We didn't get to talk about that.
We did not get to talk about that.
It was what it was.
It was what it was. Were you excited? Were you happy about it?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with with the end result of the finale of the series. It was really cool. I thought it was a great tie-in. Maybe this happens of her being in that new Doctor Strange movie. Maybe that has something of occurrence. That whole secret, well, not secret, but the last scene or something like that, of her kids being calling. Maybe it has something to do with the multiverse. So we might see some of that play into this new phase of Marvel, but who knows?
Okay.
I guess Kevin Feige knows, but no one else does.
To me, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought that they did what they needed to do. We didn't know that it was a series finale episode. I thought that there was going to be a second season, but it is what it is. Like how Hav said, I thought it was a great way to end the season. I'm happy that I was interested in a show on a weekly basis type of thing, that I was like, yeah, no, I need to watch it.
That's kind of true, yeah.
Like, I like that because I haven't done that for a show well, except for like Insecure. That's a show that I do that for. That is just like, oh, it's up, let me go watch it. So let us know if you are a WandaVision fan. Did you like the ending? Did you not? What could they have done differently? It was very sad to me when Vision had to go. That broke my heart because I actually liked Vision. And they were calling him Vashon on Twitter because they were saying that he looked like a black man.
I'm dead.
I am dead. So they even put like a do-rag on him in some of them, and they even put the beard and stuff like that. The internet is just definitely undefeated, and it's great. Let me see. I'm trying to like Go ahead. I was gonna say Bae turned 3 months this week, so
3 months. Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
You can hold a note, goddammit.
So yes, happy birthday to my dog. It's crazy. What a month. It's been 3 months since she's been born. She's 3 months now. But it's been a month since we've had her, so congrats, Hav, being a dog dad.
Congrats to you.
I still feel like it's a dream. I like don't believe that it's real sometimes, and it's yeah. And I even told Hop today. I was just like, bro, sometimes like it's like she's not even real. It's like a figment of my imagination. But it's not. It's real, and I have to be up early tomorrow to take it to the bathroom. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It was actually longer than I thought it was going to be because I'm not gonna lie, I thought like around minute 30 I was just like, I should start wrapping it up.
I should wrap it up then.
But
You know
we're
what I mean?
we're just so used to this. Like we're like, it's 160 episodes,
just-
so it's always gonna be the 1 hour mark. It's just like no
Yeah,
matter
it's close
what.
to it.
And then I always I knew exactly everything that I want to talk about, and I'm happy that I covered it all, and even the things that I thought I would forget. So, and Bay behaved so well.
Yep.
So yeah, and shout out to everybody who listened to last week's episode.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
And shout out to
Thank
Nikki
you.
Bryan for coming through. That was a great time.
Yes.
Also, if you haven't seen the Good Days video by SZA, make sure that you watch it.
In slow motion. I mean, definitely.
It's the 1 year anniversary of the Panini. So
The panini. Oh, I was like, what's the panini?
the pandemic.
Yes, sir.
So remember, we are still in the pandemic. So
Still
make
in
sure
there,
that you
though.
wash your hands, wash your ass, drink your water, mind your business. And for the 163rd time in a row, it's your girl Claudia Renee with my co-host House 600 in the building. And we are out of here.
It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
I'm not gonna be here.